The gateway energy signature is emanating from somewhere across this expanse. We need to find a way across.
My scans indicate there's some sort of control system at work.
Perhaps we can push buttons.
More of those automated defenses.
They are at my tricorder's maximum range, but they will be upon us quickly. The wounded are too weak to put up a fight. We should cross quickly and make our stand from a position of strength.
You should scout ahead. Karn and Shan will remain with the injured and defend them if the Guardian drones arrive.
Okay, good. Alright.
Scout ahead. We will escort the others when the way is clear.
So here is the point where you realize, oh shit. System Sol, dominant species human. Servitor presence, level 4 surveillance in effect. Ideal site for harvesting. Servitor races have used disease epidemics and internal conflicts in ancient past to gather specimens for study. Population is numerous but mostly peaceful. Poor candidates for servitor status. High creativity levels and self-preservation instinct make them inclined to fight rather than submit when faced by an overwhelming foe. See Borg for more information. I think this was supposed to imply the Davidians were Iconian servitors. Can be aggressive when threatened. Recommend that all activities in system be covert until invasion is launched. Target for extermination. If Sol system is eliminated, models show that political entity known as Federation may collapse.
The Sol system. Earth.
So yeah, this place is basically just a huge orrery. Suspended in, I don't know, Zen or some shit. Storage Facility Z-98. Purpose: supply and transport servitor troops during expansion and pacification actions. Capacity 4.7 million units. Docking stations 220. Current status: error. Alert: Storage Facility Z-98 has been in stasis mode for error cycles. Connection to gateway network unstable. I think that is this place. It might also be the Jenolan Sphere. It might actually, you know what? It's probably just the Solanae Sphere, come to think of it. System Kronos. Dominant species Klingon. Servitor presence, level 4 surveillance in effect. Aggressive, warlike species that dominates this area of space. Strong tendencies to fight rather than submit. Harvesting programs in past have been problematic, only successful when used in concert with internal conflict. Possible candidate for servitor race, if key members of government and entities known as great houses could be used to direct rest of population. I think this was supposed to imply that Jem'Hadar was a servitor as well, because the details behind Jem'Hadar's ascension were all deliberately written to be suspicious. Military structure in most organizations makes population already accustomed to taking orders from superiors. Recommend study of honor in society for use as a tool for control. If population can be absorbed into servitor species, it would be a great addition to our fighting strength. If they cannot, extermination must be swift. We cannot give the Klingons a chance to organize against us. I really like this idea, that the Iconians were, like, instead of just having heralds, because the heralds are just Jem'Hadar, they're just boring. They're boring Jem'Hadar that look like they're out of a Final Fantasy game. They suck. I would have liked the idea that you would be fighting, like, servitor species. Like, one Iconian would have had the Tal Shiar, and another Iconian would have had the Vaadwaur, and another Iconian might have had, like, the Davidians, and they will all have, like, their own sort of, like, tactics and their own, like here's the, like, this Iconian, because there's only 12 of them, so this Iconian is more favored toward, like, espionage and infiltration, and this Iconian and their servitors are more, like, combat oriented, and this one is more like infiltrating technology and turning it against people. I think that would have been a much more interesting way of dealing with the Iconians than here are our magical aliens and their magic Final Fantasy mooks that will be trash mobs inside of a week when the war starts, which they were. They were trash mobs. You built up the Iconians for years for them to be trash mobs. A lot of people were disappointed with the Iconian War.
Kronos. This is not a holodeck. It is a live image of my world.
Yeah, so this is not... Like, this place, we are literally traveling in orbit of these places. This is not This is not a display. Like, we are literally standing in orbit over Kronos right now. This whole place is sort of like appearing and disappearing from places. System, Vandros 4. Dominant species, Dominion. Servitor presence, level 9 surveillance in effect. Dominion scientists discovered an intact gateway 37 cycles ago, but it was destroyed by opposition forces before they could activate it. There are other gateways in the region that remain inactive. Agents are in place to stop the Dominion from discovering the locations of these gateways before we are prepared. As to the Dominion themselves, we recommend observation but no engagement. The Dominion are organized and used to subjugating large numbers of species spread across a large area of space. When the Alpha and Beta quadrants are firmly under our control, then we will have the resources needed to conquer the Dominion as well.
Vandros 4. I remember this world. We found an Iconian gateway there during the Dominion War.
It wasn't during the Dominion War, it was before the Dominion War, Worf. I think that was Season 4. So yeah, that was a year before the Dominion War, bro. That was during the Klingon War. Alert. Connecting to Gateway Network unstable. Immediate action required. Gateway 7,255. Gateways inactive 5,967. Gateways damaged or inoperative 880. Alert. Gateways in Andromeda active. Alert. Unauthorized connection to network detected in Hobus system. I believe the Hobus system is the is where they have the SGC, basically the Romulan version of the SGC, or Tal Shiar, I should say. System, New Romulus. Dominant species, Romulan. Servitor presence, level 8 surveillance in effect. Survivors of Romulan extermination have gathered on site of former Daewin homeworld. They have uncovered sites belonging to servitor races and are attempting to reactivate Gateway. If Gateway is successfully reactivated, they may threaten entire network. Attempts to use Alachi to eliminate threat unsuccessful. Alliance with Tal Shiar problematic. Romulans as a species show more self-determination and willpower than in previous observations. Leader known as Sela must be controlled or eliminated. Several key members of Romulan Republic Gateway research team have been taken for additional study without their knowledge. Brain scans of researcher Ardrana have yielded vital information about Project. Agents have used that information to destabilize Gateway. If activated, seismic instability will affect entire planet. Expected outcome is 70% reduction in population. Remaining survivors must not be allowed to form organized groups. Recommend subsuming them into Alachi as soon as possible. here's where this kind of falls apart for me, because the whole... I'm going to spoil this. I'm going to spoil this right now. The whole reason they have such a murder boner towards Romulans is because Sayla took a couple pot shots at an Iconian. Didn't even really hit them. That's it. That's it. Sayla shot at one and missed. And for that, they want to genocide all the Romulans. That's it. You know, that, like, but what about all the species that destroyed the Romulans' entire, or the Iconians' entire civilization? What about them? What, like, should we get revenge on them? No. No. We're going to spend 200,000 years just plotting to get revenge on the Romulans. And then we're going to get revenge on everybody else. But they weren't even there. Don't care. All those guys who destroyed our entire civilization, we'll let them skate for 200,000 years. But fuck all of those Romulans, because one of them shot at one of us and missed. Kind of weak sauce when you think about it. But it's the same thing with the Undine. The Undine come out of all this looking like morons. And we'll talk more about that at the end of the Solanae arc. Because holy shit. But just to recap, the Undine have infiltrated everybody. Because ships that look like Federation, Klingon, and Romulan ships keep attacking them in fluidic space. So they infiltrated everybody to infiltrate them and take revenge. Except they've infiltrated everybody. They have access to the highest levels of security clearance, from the Klingons, Romulans, and Federation. So they know for a fact that they're not the ones attacking them. So, should we work with them to find out who are the ones attacking us and work together to stop them? No! Let's not do that. Let's not follow up on In the Flesh from Voyager. Let's just kill them anyways. Because we're clearly being used as proxy to do just that. So, why not Why not just take the bait and do whatever the people who are constantly attacking us want us to do? The Undine look like morons. Isn't the Hobus system the one whose star went boom and inadvertently created the other timeline? Yes.
New Romulus. The tectonic activity is getting worse. We must find a way to stop it.
I don't know what it is, but it is awfully pink. Oh, Iconia. System Iconia, dominant species. Us. Servitor presence, level 1 surveillance in effect. The homeworld is still unsuitable for habitation, although servitor racers have begun subspace modifications in preparation for invasion. When Quadrant is pacified, we will use forced labor to terraform world for our return. All must be as it was.
I know this planet.
Yep, you went there in Contagion. And then you blew it the fuck up. Alert! Safety measure Theta 6 in effect due to gateway instability. All space gateways for large ship movements have been withdrawn to subspace until network instability is addressed or proper activation codes are transmitted. This also always bugged me. Why do the Iconians need space gates? I know why the Iconians need space gates. Cryptic has to justify the trash mob somehow. Well, that would also be my problem. Is no, you don't! You don't need to justify the trash mobs. System Quara. Dominant species Quarren. Servitor presence, level 6 surveillance in effect. Industrious and technologically advanced planet. Extremely low level of automation means population must constantly refresh workforce. Use of radioactive mines to infect ship crews and bring them to Quara is interesting, but ultimately inefficient. We would require greater amounts of loyal servitors to pacify Delta Quadrant, and this method would provide. Recommend cooperation and eventual inclusion as a servitor race. In exchange for their loyalty and detailed information on their indoctrination technologies, we will alleviate their manpower problems. I think this might... Yeah, I think that might actually be from Workforce. I don't know.
The Delta Quadrant? Does the Iconian influence reach so far?
Worf! Seriously, bro. They're the Iconians. Like, they open a portal and, like, walk across... You just, like... We just read that they have gate... Okay. I'm not high, right? There was one right there, and then this came up to replace it. I saw that, right? Like, we just read on a display that they have gates in Andromeda, Worf. Why does the Delta Quadrant surprise you? Current status, Ship Obelisk 1, Servitor Solanae, status ready to deploy, activation codes authorized, and we will never see another one of them. Like, so, this is a Solanae vessel. This is what Solanae ships are supposed to look like. And we never see another one. I feel like that was a huge missed opportunity. Like, I feel like this thing should have been the juggernaut of, like, the Iconian fleet. Like, when a Solanae dreadnought shows up...
Some sort of master control panel. I believe we can use it to open the gateway.
Like, when a Solanae dreadnought shows up, like, it's fucking on. That is a boss level ship, or it should have been. Let's see. Oh, good, the Dysphoria Syndrome planet. Workforce is one of my least favorite Voyager episodes, and yes, you did see that right. That's like the fourth one that's done that. Oh, I've been missing them. Oh, shit.
Can we access the database?
Hello.
We must know what the Iconian plans are.
The plans are to invade. Have you not been paying attention?
We need to download the data and move everyone here before more Guardians arrive.
Like, the Iconian plans should have been the easiest... The Iconian invasion itself, okay? I understand that there's challenges in terms of, like, gameplay design, alright? I understand that. But the Iconian invasion plans are the most simple thing in the world. We don't use starships. We have gateways. We just open a gate, we walk through it, and there we are. So we open a gate, and we own your planet. We occupy every strategic place of value. We occupy it immediately. We just, like, march, like, millions of, like, soldiers through, and it's ours. We have control of your planet. Don't even need to fire a shot, really. Because they're not trying to dominate. Well, they are trying to dominate, but they're not trying to conquer. Understand? That's not what the Iconians are after. The Iconians see themselves as heirs to the throne. As heirs to... Again, this is where they kind of ripped off Halo 4. The mantle of responsibility is what Halo refers to it as. Like, who are the adults in the room of the galaxy, essentially, is what the Iconians see themselves as, because they were the first. They were the first of the planets, the first species of the planet seeded by the Preservers to evolve to a point where they were comparable with the Preservers in terms of their technology. So they're the older sibling. They're the adults in the room, and that's the whole point. The Iconians are not out there to disrupt social services and destroy and devastate planets. They're there to control it because they consider themselves to be in a position to know what is better for you than you do, because they're older and wiser than you, and you're children compared to them. That's the idea. So we don't use spaceships to wipe out these people whom it is our responsibility to oversee. We just occupy the planet. We just project force into every strategic location on or above that planet, and then it's ours. And if you resist, we shoot you until there is no one left to resist in that strategic point. That's it. There's no space battle. There's nothing. That's how the invasion should have gone. And then you could write, like from there, you could figure out, you could like hand wave an explanation for how you prevent them from doing that to your starship. You know, you can hand wave an explanation for, like, how do you prevent the Iconians from just taking over your starship, and then write a war scenario from there. You know, the biggest weakness the Iconians possess is the fact that they have to know where you are. That's enough. Like, that's enough to figure out a story.
I will remodulate the power system while you reroute the flow.
That's a star chart. Are all those markers Iconian gateways?
Look! That's the new Romulus gateway!
Which one? I no see. I no see new Romulus gateway. How do you know which one it is? Yo. Okay, whatever. Red, blue. Okay. Blue. Green, yellow, green. Alright. This is straight from the show. Red, 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 yellow.
The gateway on New Romulus was reset.
Unfortunately...
It wasn't the only one.
Oh shit. Oh shit.
Ambassador, we'll
Oh
need
shit.
to download the data. The paths are retracting.
They know we're here, and I don't think they're happy.
Do you hear that? That doesn't sound good.
Security reinforcements are inbound. We should use this gateway.
Worf! We're out of time!
That's bad news.
I have downloaded what I can. It is time to leave. We have cut the network's connection to the new Romulus gate, which should stabilize the situation there. There will be some damage on New Romulus, but it could have been far worse.
Alright, continue. Yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
This is a bridge. We have walking wounded, but some of us can still serve. Where do you want us?
Alright. See what we got here. Sensor and deflector dish controls. Although Adrana lacks combat experience, she is the best choice for this station. Hello. Let me up there. Primary weapons control. You can think of no one better suited for a position like this than Ambassador Worf. Go to the weapons control and Worf the fuck out of everything. This panel provides bridge control for engineering functions, including damage control. Captain Corrin has the necessary experience for this station. I would think Corrin is only experienced in breaking things. This appears to be a tactical console which controls the ship's shields and power levels during combat with secondary access to weapons. Captain Shaw would be the most effective officer here.
We have saved the Romulans' home world, but the gateways are open now. All of them.
It won't be a problem.
We do not know who will use them. It may be the Alachi, or it may be something far worse. We must warn everyone of what is coming.
Oh, Worf, absolutely nothing is going to come out of the 1,000 of gateways that we've just opened. Absolutely nothing. Again, criminal. Like Gecko talks about like Gecko goes and he talks about how they have no idea where to go after the Klingon storyline that they're doing right now. That the current shows had to bail them out because they were running out of story ideas. But you got 1,000 gates open all over the galaxy. You got 1,000 gates to nowhere with who knows what the fuck's on the other side. Holy shit, really? Did you just forget that these things are all over the place? And we have no idea what's on the other side? They, lead to other galaxies, even? We have no idea what's there? There are gates that lead to Andromeda? There are multiple gates in Andromeda? Wasn't there, some Lovecraftian, horror of a species in Andromeda that wanted to colonize the Milky Way, and now they have a really fast way of doing it? How do you just forget that? How do you just forget that there's thousands of these things out there? Activate the gateway and take us out.
Receiving tactical telemetry. I'm detecting another gateway in the Jem'Hadar system. It's big. Ship-sized.
The gateway is transmitting a high-band subspace signal. Sensors are picking up Alachi ships on an intercept course.
I suggest we go there and contact New Romulus for reinforcements.
Agreed. Can we use that gateway?
Not from here. I can make a gateway for us and set a destination close by, though.
We have a ship that can just do that!
Taking us out.
We have a ship that can create gateways. Why did we never use this? Also, ships that can create gateways. Solon A dreadnoughts. Boss encounters, what?
Sensors show that we are in the Jem'Hadar system. Systems are all reading normal, but object sighted near the ship. It is an Iconian gateway.
Probably short-range gateways. No, that's not how it works. That ain't how it works, Flair. Because just a room-sized gateway can take you across the galaxy or to another galaxy. If you can make an Iconian gateway, you can go wherever the fuck you want, so long as you know where it is. So again, why did we never use this? Object sighted near the ship. It's an Iconian gateway. Hail the Romulan Republic.
I'm very glad to see you all. When the quakes began, we lost all What is that ship? There's any life.
Whoa! Whoa! I'm very glad to see you too! I'm glad to see you too, Datan, but... Whoa, down! Down, boy! Star Trek Online! I am saving that screenshot. Star Trek Online! What can you say? It is never not the most broken thing you've ever seen. It will find new, interesting, and creative ways to break on missions that you have played thousands of times. Oh yeah, we can't fix our game, but we'll make a never-ending conga line of shit for you to buy in our lockboxes. But fix the game, that is beyond our powers. Please spend money on us. I'll provide a full report as soon as I can. Suffice it to say that we had to open the entire Iconian Gateway network to save New Romulus.
You reset... Oh, elements preserve us.
There could be hundreds of gates, thousands! Are they all active now? Yes.
Enough talk. The gateway is transmitting a signal. I am picking up a corresponding one from an entire fleet of Alachi ships on an intercept course. Send every available ship. We must fight if we are to survive.
The timing of that Tier 6 promotional pack celebration message from someone was too perfect. Yeah, I feel like I consider just fucking shouting those at the top of my lungs every time they happened in-game, just to get across the point of how fucking jarring and out of place they are and unwelcome.
We will hold off the Alachi until Allied forces arrive.
Press the launch button to create a wing of fighters to aid you in combat. Each hangar supports 2 wings.
Okay, target shields. Let's see. Emergency power to shields. Engineering team. Feedback pulse. Tractor beam repulsors. Okay, L2. What do we got? What do we got? Tactical fleet. Sure. Tal Shiar command code. Oh, sure. Let's put rock and roll on this. Yeah. For all the good rock and roll does now that it's been nerfed into the ground. Alright. Sorry, Sean, I can't hear you over all the carnage.
Hold the Alachi until reinforcements arrive.
Okay, I'm still getting my rolling tide.
Understood.
More Alachi inbound. Hold them off.
Oh, that's nice. For a moment, I thought the Enterprise was going to crash. Oh, who cares? We just wiped out an Alachi ship. You guys go handle it. I'll see you in...
The Alachi can send their entire fleet. We will not fall.
I'll see you in 5 years when I finish turning. Where the fuck is the Enterprise? Oh, there it is. I like that the torpedoes come out the sides. The way the torpedoes come out of the side...
It's still a matter of what to do about the gateway. That discussion cannot be delayed.
The way the torpedoes come out of the sides of this thing makes me want to feel like calling out, like, drive, 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 like it's fucking Ace Combat 6.
The Alachi forces have been destroyed. No further hostiles inbound. Captain Sean, the Enterprise should scan the gateway. We need to know more.
Agreed. But we should destroy that gateway now, while we still have the chance.
No! That gateway is in Romulan space. It belongs to the people of the Romulan Republic.
Another invading force could arrive at any moment.
Afraid of a fight, Captain?
Corrin, prudence is not cowardice. The gateways are powerful. They may be too much for any of us to control.
We should disable it before it becomes another threat to the Romulans, and to us all.
How is this different from the wormhole near Bajor? This is a strategic and scientific asset, and it belongs to my people. Captain Sean, if you destroy the gateway, I can assure you that Titan will reconsider our friendly relations with the Federation.
He will reconsider it and then do it anyways.
The Klingon Empire will fully support our Romulan allies in this matter.
Idiot.
Enterprise to Captain Sean. Sir, we've been scanning the gateway.
What did you find?
The terminus is at a fixed point now. We can determine that. But then, I don't know what we picked up, but the monitors on the bridge are all showing an Omega. We're locked out of the computer, and engines are offline. We need you back on the Enterprise, sir.
I see. That changes things significantly.
Indeed it does. I should return to the Bortiscue. Worf will be waiting. Four to the Bortiscue. One to transport.
The name!
Romulus, immediately.
The name is...
Ambassador, it was a pleasure to work with you.
Bortusk.
Wish we could have had that talk.
Agreed. Another time. Send my regards to your chief engineer, Captain.
I'll let Chief O'Brien know. Sean to Enterprise. Transport me directly to my ready room.
Today was a glorious battle. You have won much honor for yourself and your allies. It seems there are larger conflicts that all of our people will need to face. If we are to survive, we may need to face them together. It was an honor to fight beside you.
God, Jesus, somebody tell Corrin's voice actress that the pronunciation is Bortusk, not Bortiscue. This has driven me crazy for years. Exit to sector space. Take us out. I have my phone at the ready to restore my damn skills. And could someone fix the warp out bug, please? Please? Every time she calls it the Bortiskew. Ugh. It's awful. I just wish they would fix the warp charge sound for 25th century characters to not be the dumb disco one. Yeah. That too. Sphere of Influence, Hail to Town. Well, actually, first, Captain Skills. Oh, look, an exclamation point. I must have all of my skills fucked up. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Who could have foreseen that all of your skills would be removed by this mission? Crashed and taken the console with it and forced me to restart the console because it stopped. The console itself ceased to function. That's how this session started, and it's how it's ending. On brand. Star Trek Online. Jank as fuck. Sphere of Influence, Hail to Town. We couldn't get his voice actor to read this. While it is regrettable that so many gateways were unlocked, I know that together we will face the future. Our governments will be in contact in regards to this Omega situation. When we are prepared to act, I know you will be involved. And I'm just going to get the anti-proton beam array because I don't have any use for this crap. That is Sphere of Influence. Next time, assuming the game is stable, we'll go. We're going to skip all this crap and go straight to A Step Between Stars, which can't wait to see how busted that one is after 5 years, because there are a staggering number of things that can break in that mission. Like, there are many things in this mission that can render it unplayably broken if they are not working. So we'll see what the state of that is.